Deadliest Catch has been a long-running hit on the Discovery Channel, showcasing the dangers of the Alaskan Sea. In the past 19 seasons, the show has seen its share of tragedies, including crew members' deaths. Today, we'll remember the 10 cast members who have sadly passed away during the series. In 2021, at the young age of 30, Todd Kochutin faced a heartbreaking fate when he was struck by an 800-pound crab pot, essentially a massive cage used in crab fishing. Even though the medics on board did their best, his injuries were just too severe, and he sadly lost his life at sea. What makes it even sadder is that Todd had already faced so much heartbreak, having lost his parents and 2 siblings earlier in life. Malin's time on the show ended abruptly when he suffered a serious leg injury during a grueling 48-hour stretch on the fishing vessel, Summer Bay. It was a tough blow for his crewmates. Later in 2020, his addiction ended up taking his life. He died due to acute cocaine intoxication. Captain Phil Harris was like the rock star of the show, but his journey took a tragic turn when he suffered a massive stroke on February 9, 2010. Despite a fierce fight, he eventually passed away from an intracranial hemorrhage. It was a tough season for all, especially for his sons, Jake and Josh, who continue to honor his legacy. After taking the reins of Cornelia Marie, Tony Lara's time was cut short by a heart attack in 2015. He was more than just a captain, he was a friend and a chief. His passing was deeply felt by the Deadliest Catch community. While Nick's battle with addiction was a well-known struggle, he passed away from a drug overdose in December 2020, just 5 months after the death of Malin Reyes, who also died from the same cause. According to police reports, drug-related items related to various substances were found. Toxicology results later found methamphetamine, cocaine, and fentanyl in the Glacian's system when he passed away at the age of 33. He was survived by 2 children. Blake, a former captain of the fishing vessel Maverick, left us at the age of 38, back in 2018. Prescription meds were discovered at the scene of his death, and later it was revealed that an overdose of heroin was the cause of his death. Prior to his passing, Blake had several run-ins with the law involving drugs. He faced charges such as unlawful possession of heroin, reckless driving, recklessly endangering another person, criminal mischief, and driving under influence over the years. Ross made a short but memorable appearance in season 16 as a greenhorn in Saga. His presence was impactful, and his passing in June 2022 was a surprise to many. Jake Anderson paid tribute to Ross Jones on Instagram after his passing. In his heartfelt post, he fondly remembered their time together and bid farewell with a heartfelt "To Valhalla." Ross left behind his girlfriend, Chloe, and their young son. The exact cause of his death remains undisclosed. Joining Time Bandit, Justin faced a tragic end at the age of 43 in 2011. After nobody could get a hold of him and no calls or texts got a response, they found him in his hotel room, totally unresponsive. The police found beer, liquor, and a small amount of marijuana at the scene, but later, an autopsy revealed that his death resulted from sleep apnea, a condition in which your breathing stops while you sleep. Joseph, an associate producer of the show, met with a tragic end at age 24 when he was fatally shot outside his home in Pasadena, California, in 2015 after he went outside to investigate a strange sound. According to CBS, the alleged shooter, who was also 24, was found dead in his car on the same day from self-inflicted gunshot wounds. According to his dad Tom, Joseph was shot by an old high school friend. These 3 brave souls lost their lives when the fishing vessel Eagle III was caught in a brutal storm back in 2016 in the spin-off series, Deadliest Catch, Dungeon Cove, Episode 3, titled Lost at the Sea. It suffered pretty rough conditions in Coos Bay, with winds howling at speed of 30 miles per hour and waves standing over 10 feet, resulting in the loss of 3 crew members, Josh Paulus, who was 31 years old, Danny Matlock, 37 years old, and Blaine Steinmetz, who was 52 at the time. Remarkably, a 4th crew member, Captain Glenn Burkow, who happened to be Paula's father-in-law, survived. He managed to swim back to shore despite the challenging circumstances. Captain Burkow described his harrowing experience, including being slammed into a jetty by powerful waves. He had to walk 4.5 miles, totally exhausted and in the freezing cold, to seek help. Despite their tragic deaths, these members will always be remembered by their friends and family, and especially the audience. Let us know which one of these deaths shocked you the most in the comments below.